What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Tequila, wine, vodka, marijuana. That is what police say Jessica Bouvier was drinking and smoking in the hours before she climbed into her Volkswagen and mowed down beloved NYPD highway patrolman Anastasius Sakos. Backstory. Police say that Officer Sakos was directing traffic after an accident, a deadly accident on the highway, when Jessica came through and tried to avoid some other cars and ran into the officer. They say that she kept going. Jessica said, "Hey, I didn't know I hit somebody." They said, "No, you knew." And fam, they hit her with 13 charges. They are going to try to bury her. Yeah, they're going to try to get her. I mean, the way they're talking about this guy is beloved. Now, here's why Jessica is going to get little sympathy. I mean, she wouldn't really get sympathy anyway from the courts in America being a black woman. But, you know, here's why it's going to be even more difficult. Jessica made a video just prior to the accident where she was expressing her discontent, her displeasure for police officers. She even quoted NWA's F the police. Yeah. And she talked about the George Floyd case and things of that nature. So you know, they're going to try to use they're going to use all of that against her. The thing is, a lot of people have said F the police. A whole lot of people have expressed their displeasure with the George Floyd case, their contempt for police officers and so-called law enforcement. Not just a lot, I would say millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. I think that this just happens to be a coincidence. I don't think she did it on purpose. She's way too remorseful, way too fast. She seemed like one of those type of persons that was really upset and that was venting on video or whatever. And she probably was going through some things and she got a little high, got a little drunk. And the fact that it was a police officer got killed just happened to be a coincidence. I think if she get a very, very good lawyer, she might stand a chance, but she's going to have to get a hell of a good lawyer, because the deck is stacked. It was stacked before she ever got arrested. It was stacked before she was born. But you give them some ammunition and they will really try to bury you. They're making a big deal out of this cop getting ran down. What if it was a regular person who got hit? Would this even be news? Police officers lining the streets, showing their respect for the cop. They are going to use everything that she ever said. And I'm sure if she said that on that video, not if, but I heard her say that on the video, I'm sure that there are other videos where she's probably said even worse than that. In this country, you got freedom of speech, but you got to watch what you say. If you are going to take the position of calling the police out, you must do it in a manner that your words can't be used against you and taken out of context. Because if they stop you for a traffic ticket, they're going to turn it into a murder trial. Don't get caught up in a murder, an accident, where you run down a police officer. Now, some people might say, well, there ain't no accident. She shouldn't have been drinking. That's true. Drinking and driving is very dangerous. You know, a drunk driver killed my cousin a little over a year ago. So I get it. I really do. But they let drunk drivers back on the streets all the time. I mean, all the time. Because they really, really don't care about people like that. There's drunk drivers that are on the streets right now who have been popped 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And they're still out. So it's just like rape. They don't really care about rape. It's just like depends on who you rape, you know. Then they all of a sudden act like, you know, they want to save victims of sexual assault. This case, I believe they're blowing out of proportion because it's a cop. Had it been anybody else, no big deal. They're raising all this money because, you know, that GoFundMe money. They're raising it because he's a cop, for no other reason. They're going to use this situation to persecute any and everybody who's ever had anything bad to say about a police officer, because that's what they do. I mean, they can violate thousands of people. The moment one of them gets violated, even if it's an accident, the world has come to an end, and they're ready to pass sweeping legislation overnight. Yeah. I know one thing. She better get a good lawyer. I mean a real good lawyer. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.